Well, channel update plus, if you will. But I wanted to come on here to let you know that, if you're wondering what why the channel update was audio video yesterday, when normally you might say, oh, he walks around and, films on camera. Well, long story short, something that happened previously in the past has reared its ugly head again, especially on the day that I first went back to work. Basically, what happened is a member of the family essentially let my mom know that I was filming walking around the house. And this is not the first time that basically I had been, told not to do that. Now, what's crazy, though, is no one had ever brought it up beforehand, especially the individual that apparently, once in a while listens or watches what I say here on YouTube. And, it just really was like, why bring this up now and everything? Because it just didn't feel like, it was necessary. I mean, there's a lot of people, believe it or not, on YouTube and various other places that do what I do. They walk around, either in the house or they walk around, in the backyard or the front yard, even with the address showing, and they film. And it's like no harm, no foul, as long as they don't know the street. And what's crazy is you look on places like YouTube, and there are individuals that film, their families. They film their families. They film the areas, the gather, all kinds of things, and no one really says anything. But that's just one of those situations now to where, once again, it rears its ugly head. And I get what's going on. I understand. So just like before, I'm going to have to be careful about what I do. So if I do walk around the house and record, it's going to be through audio. That's the only way. Now, yesterday's channel update that went up last night, or very early this morning, or a little after midnight this morning, that was actually filmed with my GoPro. But because I didn't want to have to deal with, craziness again, I decided to use online-convert.com to essentially turn it into an audio. That's right. I used online-convert.com to turn it into an audio file, MP3, and, just create a video like that. Essentially, it's in audio form what it was previously. That's why when I do my recordings, sometimes either in my room or walking about, if you will, I essentially am grateful, for some of the other outlets out there that are audio only. They allow you to upload the video, but they will convert it to audio. So I'm grateful for that. I'm very grateful for that. There is no doubt about it. But yeah, it's just one of those situations to where it's like, okay, I get it, but as my mom has even agreed, it was unnecessary to bring it up that way. It was unnecessary. And we were both tired. She was tired, I was tired. It was unnecessary. I mean, I walked a total, back and forth yesterday. I walked a total from the house to the bus stop, from the bus stop at Walmart, all the way to my job, if you will. After, even taking a bit of a rest break there, at the little bench area, park area with the water fountain. I took a little break there. and proceeded on, you know, and even walked a bit during the only break I had. Then afterwards, after I got done my portion of the orientation, got to go home. And from there, ladies and gentlemen, went from Kohl's, walked all the way back to the Walmart park, the bus stop across from Walmart to go home. And then from the bus stop here in Newman, went from there, from the bus stop that I got dropped off on, here in Newman, went from there, walked home, and in total, I almost did 15,000 steps, according to the Samsung Health app that I have, which is basically 7 miles. And the last thing I need is, this kind of stuff on me. Last thing my mom needs, because she is going from Newman to Livermore, going to be taking an extra step tomorrow and Thursday and Friday by getting up early to take me to work, to get me to work by 5. Because, those are my training shifts. Normally she wouldn't do that. I have to talk to those people, get that worked out again. But essentially, from there to Newman, from there, you get the idea. From Newman to Livermore and back again, and then making a little mini stop to get some dinner at Save Mart in Patterson. It's like the last thing we both need, because we're both feeling the effects. The last thing we need is for someone to bring up what I did. That's the last thing we need. And it is an unnecessary drama, is what it is. And you know what's crazy? Ladies and gentlemen? There's this old saying that goes, well, if they're not happy in their home, or there's an issue happening in their home, they're going to spread that unhappiness. And I think that's what happened. I think because maybe something occurred in one of the homes, either the family member that told the other family member that told us, of what was going on, something had to happen, so they're figuring, well, if we got to be in misery, we're going to put them in misery. And that's not going to happen. Because like my mom has said, and I've mentioned this on many occasions, she is a prayer warrior. She is a prayer warrior that basically says that all this really is the enemy trying to upset our day. And it's not going to happen. And she's right. I mean, it's one thing for my older sibling to tell me that, Brian, Mom's not going to take you. She's not going to get up and take you, for the 5 o'clock hours. It's one thing for her to be discouraging about that and to underestimate our mom. Yes, our mom is 75 years old. She is. But there's a lot of people her age, if not older, that are constantly going and going and going. I mean, I can name some actors and actresses my mom's age, if not older, that keep going and going and going. And they don't even look like they're they don't even look like they're the age that they officially are. And it's like, what's the issue if she decides to do it? The positive is she can wait at least an hour and a half if she wants to. The positive is she could go to my sister's who lives in Patterson, stay there for a bit, then leave for work. The positive is she can relax a little bit, eat dinner, read her Bible, listen to a Wonder Bible, and so on. There are positives, not negatives. And again, I understand the concern, but do not underestimate those just because they might be a little older. I mean, need I remind people that me and my older sister, when we came back from Kansas, we had to wake up at 3 in the morning just to catch our plane. What difference does it make? Yeah, you might say the difference is they're going to be doing it constantly. Guess what? Little newsflash, okay? Little newsflash. There's a lot of people my mom's age that still work that have to do that. And they don't mind it. And there are people my mom's age that probably have to travel further than her to do their job. And they don't mind it. There are probably people my mom's age, if not older, that have to travel to their job that's way in another town or city, but along the way, they have to drop off somebody at their job. I mean, this is nothing uncommon. It's something that does happen on a daily basis. So people need to stop underestimating things. All right? They need to stop doing that. I mean, if she feels like she wants to do it, she'll do it. She's even informed me, look, Brian, I can't do it all the time. You got to talk to them, and I will. I'm going to talk to them. I say, I appreciate the 5 a.m. and all that, the training and all that. I get it. But I have to let you know that just like last year, my ride can't always do this. She didn't mind doing it this week. She can't do it all the time. She can't. So she's asking me to let you know that I need to be only 6 only like last year, which I don't mind. I don't mind doing. If I have to wait my turn for a break, I will do it. I have no problem doing that. So they will understand. They understood last year, they will understand again. The only difference this year, though, and as to why my older sister says that it's not going to happen, is because she's got a lot on her mind. She's going out of state tomorrow, apparently, to see my dad, to check up on him. She's coming back Sunday, at least that's as far as we know. Going back to work Monday or Tuesday. I get she has a lot on her mind. And the last thing in her point of view that she wants to do is take care of not one, but 2 parents. I get that. But do not underestimate things. All right? Do not underestimate stuff. Look at the positives, not the negatives. And the other thing, too, is yes, going back to the original thing about this video, this channel update plus. Going forward, a lot of the on-camera stuff will be in either the backyard or in my room. Or if it's in one room of the house, then that's it, period. No moving around. Either one section of the house, which would be basically my room or the outside, or maybe the guest room. We'll see. But no more walking about for the time being. No more walking about for the time being until things are in the clear. And what I mean by in the clear is I do what I've done before. And what I'll do before has worked. Because you get to see those vlogs or those updates or whatever. But you have to be patient about them. And it'll be done in a way that's a little different, that's kind of like a common norm, if you will. But it's something that will help out in the end. It will be. It will be. I'm not going to say what it is, but I think you people know what it is. But in time, it will happen. For right now, It'll be the backyard, in my room primarily, and maybe the guest room on occasions. And that's it. That's it. But yeah, it was unnecessary for that to come out the way it did. I mean, if that is the case, then why not? There's people from families, like let's say fellow Transformer fan Rodimus Primal. Why don't they come out and say, hey, why are you putting my daughter, your wife, my daughter on camera? You don't have the right to do that. Why are you putting your kids, my grandkids on camera? I don't want that. Why doesn't anybody say that to him? Why doesn't anybody say that to anybody else? I'm just saying, it's nothing uncommon, okay? Nothing uncommon. It's just that I do understand that there are people that are, set in their ways, different time, different era they come from. They don't quite understand the circumstances. I get that. But you don't have to over-dramatize everything, especially when people are worn out, tired, and are not in the mood, But be that as it may, I understand, and for the time being, that's how things are going to be. When I do on-camera stuff, it'll be probably in my room, if not in the backyard, maybe the guest room on occasions, and that's it. Nothing else. But I thought I'd just come on here, give you this channel update plus video, let you know what's going to be happening going forward because of what occurred last night. And let me know if you guys have ever dealt with stuff before like this. Let me know if you've ever dealt with something to where you're filming and then suddenly you have somebody in your family or somebody saying, hey, please take that down or private it or whatever. Let me know if you guys have dealt with this. Comment below, like the video, ring the bell for notification. Also, subscribe to the channel. Helps me out in a great way, guys. Also, check out my Teespring store. Link is in the description at the bottom. Also, check me out at rumble.com at BWRoses, odyssey.com at BWRoses, divanart.com at BVW1979. Also, check me out at VENMO.com at BWRoses. Also, check me out at all your favorite audio and on occasions video podcast affiliates like iTunes, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Radio Public, Audible, Spotify for podcasters, and many more. But guys, give me your thoughts on this. Let me know if you've dealt with something like this in the past. And until then, I'm out.